What's going on YouTube? It's Myles here, and welcome back to another Call of Duty Black Ops 7 video here on the channel. This video might get some controversial opinions on it because what I'm going to say is about to piss some people off. This is a good game. This is genuinely a good game. And considering what we've gotten over the last 6 or so years from this company that calls themselves Call of Duty, even though we all know the real fucking name of this company isn't Call of Duty. It's Call of Ass, Call of Trash, Call of Garbage, Call of Booty, as we used to call it back in the day. Just had to throw that in there. I don't know. I'm bored. This is a fun game, and I'm sorry, I don't care if you disagree. I don't care if you're one of those people that won't even give this game a chance because of Black Ops 6. I understand. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, gaming is about the players. It's not about the company that's making the game at all, and that's what Activision and Call of Duty got wrong in the first place. Therefore, I agree. I do think that them losing about 85 to 90% of their player base and because listen, I've been seeing Steam charts. I haven't seen more than 90,000 people online. I've seen maybe one picture of Steam charts topping like 100K players on a Sunday afternoon or some shit, because usually most people who are playing this game at this point are typically millennials. I say this because most millennials grew up playing Call of Duty, if they're still playing Call of Duty now. And you don't really see many 40-year-olds playing COD because this shit's just honestly not the same game anymore. It's too fucking hard. They're just too old school for this shit. You know what I mean? So they're on Battlefield. But the whole purpose of this video, and the reason why I'm making it, is because at this point, we need to just take this game for what it is, if that makes sense. You can't expect a company like Call of Duty that's put out all this bullshit for so long to just randomly one Tuesday afternoon get their shit together and release the greatest game in 10 years. It's not going to happen. You know what I mean? And I'm not excited and happy about Black Ops 7 because this game is such a phenomenal, release. The campaign is bullshit. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat anything. The campaign is fucking awful. And I'm saying that. I'm the biggest Black Ops fanboy you'll ever fucking meet. And I don't even know if I'll play the second mission of the campaign. I played the first one. I doubt I'm going to play the second one. Why? Because after the first mission, I realized that this campaign was meant to be played with 4 people. I don't really remember if Black Ops 3 was meant to be played with 4 people. I think you could still equally play it just as... Excuse me, my word choice. Fuck. I think you could play it through alone and not have it ruin the playthrough. Like Black Ops 7, if you don't play with 4 people, it completely ruins the playthrough because some cutscenes will have you and 3 other people run into a room, but then the gameplay starts and those 3 teammates don't exist because you have no teammates with you. I'm not someone that's going to play a campaign with other people. It's a campaign is a story mode. It's supposed to be played alone. It's supposed to be linear. Call of Duty is known for their, linear campaigns, linear story modes. So I really don't know why they ever veered away from what they knew made them popular. Maybe they tried to be like fucking Halo and be these super cinematic storytellers, but that's really not what Call of Duty is known for. They're known for heavy metal music, super pro-American propaganda. You know what I mean? I don't really know what else to say, man. Call of Duty's very much lost its identity, but like I said, take the game for what it is. Now, from a surface, the eye test, as I'd like to call it, from the eye test for most people who've only really played Call of Duty over the last 5 or 6 years, this game probably looks exactly like Black Ops 6 to you. And obviously, in my head, someone that's been playing since World at War, I know this is the same game as Black Ops 6. I can tell based off the physics and the graphics and everything, but there have been some adjustments. Explosions definitely look more realistic. I think the smoke actually does look real and follows the, you know what I mean? Everything looks a little more lifelike. And I'm going to compare Black Ops 7 to Modern Warfare 3 from 2023 because I think that it's a really good example and a great comparison. Modern Warfare 3 was essentially the DLC, the add-on, the fix to Modern Warfare 2. And if you remember correctly, Modern Warfare 2 was supposed to be a multi-year game. There wasn't supposed to be a game the year after that. But there was because it fucking flopped so hard. So instead of, making a brand new game and working hard on a brand new game, Modern Warfare 3 was essentially the same multiplayer that just fixed a bunch of bugs and tweaks, right? And I could say the exact same thing about Black Ops 7. I think a lot of the guns, obviously all the guns are based off of weapons that we would probably see in 2035. You know, they're futuristic guns. Compared to Black Ops 6, that takes place in 1991, you know, those guns are a little more dated. But the way they fire and the way they act, it's pretty identical to Black Ops 6. I can admit that. But to me, that doesn't really matter. All I care about is the multiplayer playable to the point where I can, like, casually go off, you know, with different guns? Can I explore different types of class setups? Can I try out different perk systems? You know what I mean? Can I use different classes? Do I have to run a meta build with 8 attachments, or can I use an overkill build with a sniper and a fucking SMG and just kind of enjoy? And I can do pretty much anything in Black Ops 7, and it doesn't feel too much or too little. It feels just right. It fills that spot in my empty soul that yearns for a shooter game that reminds me of the 2010s, the early 2010s, Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, first-person shooter era with Battlefield 3 and Black Ops 2 and MW3 and, you know, Battlefield 4. You know what I mean? Halo 3, Halo Reach. It wouldn't be fair if I didn't mention those. Gears of War. You know what I mean? Like GTA 4, GTA 5. Like 2013 GTA 5, by the way, not you fuckers who got it on PS5. Like, this game's been out for 12 years, bro. I got it in 2014, like 6 months after it released, because it released like fall or during the, like, somewhere around Thanksgiving of 2013. I don't remember because I was 8. But you know what I'm trying to say. Just take it for what it is, man. You know what I mean? Take it for what it is. Enjoy it. Because at the end of the day, Call of Duty hasn't put out an acceptable product in years. I think this is definitely their most polished product since Modern Warfare 2019. And so what if it's a legitimate ripoff, meaning it's not actually a new game called Black Ops 7? So what if it's just a copy and paste of Black Ops 6 with fixes and adds to it that make it a better? You know what I mean? Like, why can't we just accept that Call of Duty has placed us in a better spot, given us a better product, and why can't we just enjoy it? I think a lot of people don't want to give this game a chance because they're fed up with it, and like I said, that's completely fine. At the end of the day, gaming should be up to the players. GameStop's fucking slogan is power to the players, bro, and I feel like ever since COVID, you know, we've lost a lot of that, what do I say? How do I say this? That dynamic. I feel like a lot of these companies, because, you know, listen, digitally, it's a lot easier to make a really cool, awesome event, like action-packed looking trailer because of AI technology nowadays and just how easy it is to develop and edit, you know, things online. And back in the day, you kind of had to, like, use physical media, and you know, you would see posters in stores and stuff like that, and toys, and that's how you kind of, and TV shows, you know, and like advertisements on the television, like that's how you knew that the game was going to be good, if you saw it in those dynamics. But like now you just go on the PlayStation store, you see like all these random games with like super thought out and like well-designed trailers, and like I would say 80% of these games are just not the same when it comes to the actual game itself. They don't feel nearly as polished or thought through, and I think at the end of the day, bro, like I said, power to the players. If you don't want to fucking play Black Ops 7, don't. I think the trailer is definitely very misleading for the campaign, because when I watched the trailer for the campaign, I was like, holy fuck, I'm finally getting the sequel to Black Ops 2 that I wanted when I was 10 in 2015, that I never got because Black Ops 3 took place in fucking 2070 for some reason. You know what I mean? And my friend Dante's dad, Christopher Maloney, played Corvus, and that motherfucker has nothing to do with Black Ops. Unfortunately, as good of an actor as he is, man, he has nothing to do with the Black Ops franchise. Trango boom. But I don't really know what else to say. I think, like, I'm a Call of Duty guy through and through. I have the Ghost logo tattooed on my arm. Like, I think about Call of Duty every day. I don't know why. Just as a child, it spoke to me. Black Ops spoke to me. Black Ops 2 spoke to me. Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3. Those games did something to me mentally. After playing those campaigns, I was a different person. I thought about life differently after playing those campaigns, and I'm not kidding. On my mother, on my father, on everything I love, these games have changed my perspective on life. And listen, you could sit here and say, oh, that's corny. Listen, everyone has their own story. Everybody at some point in their life has heard, seen, read something somewhere that has inspired them. And it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what other people think about it. If it inspires you, it inspires you. And you should play what you like. So if you don't like Black Ops 7, don't play it. I'll continue to dominate the lobbies. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.